So one way to raise your vibrational frequency or raise your vibes is, and probably it's a great starting place, is to really step into the awareness of who you are. And it's about taking responsibility for our actions, our reactions, for really taking responsibility for our own vibrational frequency. We can't control that of others, but we can control that of ourselves. So, and we do this by noting kind of like what our thoughts are. We start looking at what are we putting out there through our emotions and our actions. If we're a person where something is always everybody else's fault, or we're a victim where everything else is happening to us, or if something's always turning into drama, it's really time to start taking responsibility for the role that we play within that. And how do we do that? And the best way to do this is to really step into observation of ourselves, step into observation of our thoughts, step into observation, of our actions. Look at how we are judging others. Look at how we're responding to different situations. Look at how, what our actions are, what our intentions are as well. And it really is about that observational side. And I think that Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about that, into really looking at the program within our mind that we've been running for the last little bit, right? Taking note of the vibrational frequency in the words that we're using. Are we gossiping? And as we step into observation of who we are, we start to ask ourselves, really, who are we in this world? We look into our reactions and our actions, and it's like, why have we reacted that way? What is the automatic programming that has stepped us into that space of defensiveness, that has moved us to reacting in that way? Asking ourselves, why do we do that? What is the intention behind it? What is the story we're telling ourselves? And the story we're telling ourselves is, if somebody says something, we make it mean something else. And by looking at, really breaking down and taking emotion out of it and going, okay, what did they say? I reacted this way. Why did I react that way? What is that making it mean? Right? And then asking yourself, is this true? And a lot of the times we make things mean something that is not true, right? So let's set the intention that not everybody's trying to be the worst or the meanest, but let's start taking responsibility for our own actions by stepping into observation of who we are. And this is a great tool that you'll be able to use throughout your life. And the quicker we start recognizing where our limitations are and where our limiting beliefs, what it is, we can start to move through it. And it's not about beating ourselves up for something. It's about recognizing it. And the way we change it is by changing our behavior in this moment. We can't change our behaviors from the past. We can forgive, we can release, we can learn from this. And it's not reliving the past, but taking the knowledge that we've acquired from those situations, those actions, those reactions, and using them to change our behaviors today. But we can only do that by observing what it is and who we are, in order to change that. Again, change starts within. If you want to see changes in the outside world, it has to happen internally. And once we start internally changing who we are, the outside world changes to reflect that. Remember, we vibrate, we attract what we vibrate at. Hope this one has helped you, and I'll see you soon for the next ones. Thank you so much.